Brady Wicklund, 77 kilo, trains out of his own place in Sonoma,
which is a really good gym. A lot of hard training in there.
And Dave Terrell's in NorCal. This black belt farmer learned about USA Grappling through his friend Kevin Crane.
But Kevin hit me up. Kevin's like, hey, I got a really good guy, 77 kilo, that could make the team. Let's get him in trials. So I was like, for sure. Got him in trials. Talked to him, really good dude, funny dude. Very alpha, you know. He's Brady. There's not too many Bradys out there like that. There's just him and that's it. He won the trials last year. He had the toughest bracket of the entire trials. He was losing his finals match in that trials against Cahill McAllister. He's a really tough 77 kilo guy. Guy's huge for that weight too. Super technical too. And Brady was losing, and then Brady just dug deep. You know, you can hear Kevin in the background going, dig deep, go blah, blah, blah. And then Brady came back, won that match. And Spain had a run. He honestly, you know, passed by every single person. They tied up with him. Boom, slide by, slide by, slide by, slide by, pass by, whatever you want to call it, whatever he wants to call it. And then made it all the way to the finals and fought a judo Olympian in the finals and went to tie up with that guy in the same way, and then that guy threw him.
Fighting off his back, Brady threw up submission after submission. The match was going back and forth. However, in the end, he lost on points.
Silver medal in Spain, which is all, you know, what we can ask for. In another just stacked bracket. I mean, honestly, probably one of the more stacked brackets.
Inch by inch, he beat each of his opponents and then faced Sergio Ardila in the finals.
This year, again, just had an incredible run all the way through. Made it boom, 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 win, 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 in an incredible fashion too. You know.
In the finals, Brady faced a guard puller. He took him down, got caught in an armbar, and just like that, it was over. His arm was broken.
But again, silver medal for Brady, brought us another silver medal. Just awesome to have Brady on the team. We did a video of him. If you guys haven't seen it out there, it's called Homegrown. It's on YouTube on the Grappling Network. It's a great video if you want to get to know who Brady is. He's a farmer. He's got a daughter. He eats the raw vegetables right off the thing, which is incredible. Doesn't even wash them. The dude is just a real American. Alex Enriquez, 58 kilo, Autos Atlanta, and she is a D1 wrestler from Life University. Her trials, man, she had a tough match against Amanda Bruce, who's a veteran in the sport and just a hammer at wrestling and jiu-jitsu in general. Great guard recovery, great leg attacks, and almost got taken down and turning a guillotine into a sweep, ended up getting the win. Her Poland experience was flawless. She was just a professional in such a tough weight division. I can't begin to describe. She went out there and her wrestling was flawless. Her jiu-jitsu was flawless. She just had an amazing performance. And I told her before the event, I go, if you could write a rule system for you, this would be it. She was able to just take advantage of every single position on her opponents, no matter how good they were, even in the finals. I really appreciate Alex, and I'm glad she was on the team. Her and Faye had a special moment in the finals where they had to go on at the same time, and she saw Faye won, and you could just see the excitement on her face, and she ran over, and it was just such a cool embrace to see. Not a lot of people will get to share a moment like that in this world. So where's Alex gonna go? Man, she's gonna be a tear on the jiu-jitsu scene. She can beat everybody, and she's got the mind to do it. So I'm excited to see her future.
Kevin Crane, 84 kilos, training out of Paragon Jiu-Jitsu in Santa Barbara. He's a special athlete. 3 years ago, got bronze in Serbia. Last year in Spain, he came and wrecked house. Came back, beat a guy that he lost to the previous year. That Kazakh was an absolute stud in wrestling, but Kevin guillotined him with a finish. He closed out the finals in a dominating fashion with 10 points and ending on the guy's back.
He set a goal for himself, went home, trained all year long, made the necessary improvements he needed to make in his wrestling to be able to come back to Spain and wrestle these guys. He's not a wrestler. The interesting thing about Kevin is once you grab him, you're in his world now. That kid has been doing jiu-jitsu since he was a kid, understands movement, understands the jiu-jitsu and scrambles. You better be really, really, really high level at jiu-jitsu if you're gonna tie up with Kevin, because he's gonna take you to some weird positions that you may not have been to, and he's gonna exploit your weaknesses. Like Kevin's got legit jiu-jitsu.
Here in Poland, Kevin came out and made high-level wrestlers look amateur.
This year in Poland, gold again, all the way to the end, dominated every single match. Made it look easy almost. It was incredible.
In the finals, Kevin faces a 6'4" beast.
And Kevin just started to figure out a way and then started to separate, got the kids back again and just destroyed them.
The sky is the limit for this dreamer. He could get into UFC, ADCC. He could come back next year to win UWW gold.
This kid is entertainment personified.
To get more insight into Kevin's mentality, you can see the Grappling Network's character profile on him, Kevin Crane, Misunderstood.
As long as you never give up, you're eventually going to win.
Christina Hansen, 71 kilos, training out of Nebraska.
She went to Serbia, didn't win any matches in Serbia, but could have won the matches that she lost. Took that home, worked on it, built some confidence, came back the next year, did real well, and she ended up getting bronze though last year, which was great in Spain.
This year in Poland, she had to face a girl she lost to in Spain. She was in a deep triangle. She did not want to accept the same outcome.
So many competitors would have just tapped. You've already lost to this girl before. She's a returning medalist. There's just so many reasons to tap in that moment.
She dug deep, escaped the triangle, and won, making it through to the finals. In the finals, she came up short, but she proved herself in overcoming adversity.
That silver medal, I'm sure, will mean so much to her because it showed that she can fight through adversity and make it to that next level.
Seeing her track record grow over the last 3 years, we're proud to have her on Team USA. John Hansen, heavyweight from Nebraska.
Not a whole lot we can say about John. John's a 3-time team member. This year at Trials, he had just a tough run. He had to fight Mario Gonzalez, who's a D1 wrestler.
John Hansen is one of the more technical heavyweights in jiu-jitsu. He has great passing and one of the best heavyweight guards you can see.
So it's a nightmare. Once he can get on top of you, it's over, and once he's on bottom of you, it's not easy either.
As always, we see Hansen with attacks off of his back, but he got inched out.
The brackets are all randomized, and he had to fight Mario in the first round. And lost to Mario in the first round, another tight match. Handled it like a man, came back and got bronze in the nogi, and then came back the next day to gi and got gold. To have John on the team is a guaranteed medal. You're going to get a medal at Worlds, and to have that is just invaluable. So,
Sheliah, 66 kilograms. She trains out of Magnus BJJ and is a finisher's champ. At Trials, she had a really good run. She submitted Emily Hauser and then Kate Patino. In Poland, it was no joke. She had a phenomenal run. One of the toughest brackets out there. Back to back with every country. It was a war.
And Sheliah would just find a way to get to the back, get to the back, get to the back, get to the back, and get the win. It was incredible.
Then in the finals, she had a controversial end. On Team USA, we take our losses on the chin. This time, proved herself with a silver. No doubt, with a few adjustments, she can have gold.
And she's going to come back and get a gold next year. She's going to show those girls why she should have gotten gold this year. I could feel it.
Taylor Cahill, 71 kilos, from The Shop, 804 in Pennsylvania. As an NCAA wrestler, he's also a returning team member. Last year, he had a great run. However, he ended up gassing himself out and going for submissions and not using his wrestling, much to his detriment. He showed himself to have solid technique and a lot of heart. Taylor imposed his force on his opponent at the trials, forcing him to vomit during the match. He ended up beating TJ Steinbach last year. And then TJ came back and beat him this year.
And then in Poland this year, he got a really great takedown, body locks, like almost like a hip toss. It was just a really good takedown against a tough guy. And then, you know, his passing guard doing real well. And then got kind of just caught in a leg lock position. Then boom, got toe holded and got his foot popped. And that was it. You know, this event is a tough event. He's a great guy, great wrestler. You know, he'll come back. He'll work his passing. He'll work his leg defense, right?
We'll be seeing a lot more of the Cahills and their teammate, Gavin Teasdale. They all plan on doing MMA in the future. I can already see high-level products coming out of the shop in Pennsylvania. Emily Hauser, 66 kilograms, training out of Combat Performance. Being a blue belt, she made it into Spain last year. Didn't get as far as she wanted to, but it was a great experience. She's a submission hunter from her back. She has one of the toughest styles to win in the UWW rule set. This year in trials, she won her first match. She was down 6-0, ended up coming back and winning 8-6. In her finals match, she went against Sheliah and lost. This year in Poland, she had a special first match where in the final seconds she had an armbar extended fully, but you know how it goes in UWW, opponents don't want to tap, so she lost.
How she does, I could see her making the team again. She's very strong, pretty athletic, and she's, like I said, she's a submission hunter, so with another year under her belt, she can work her wrestling and her guard game. She should come back really strong.
Gavin Teasdale, 62 kilograms, training out of the shop, 804 in Pennsylvania. This kid is known as one of the greatest high school wrestlers of all time. Last year in Spain, he dominated the first two matches and then lost by a technicality where the opponent got a submission point.
It was questionable. They shouldn't have given it to him, but they did.
Gavin was super disappointed in his loss, but as a champion does, he took it on the chin, took it back to the lab, worked on it, and came back to Poland this year. We see that he improved on his jiu-jitsu.
Got his passing much better. He had a much tougher bracket at the trials this year than last year. Really high-level guard black belts from 10th Planet. A couple other tough guys. He had Eric Luker in his division. And Gavin was able to fight off all those. Pass guard. And win the trials. In Poland, he did phenomenal. He came out, he wrestled great against some tough wrestlers. They had to beat the defending champion from Armenia, who's an extremely high-level wrestler, and then ended up winning in overtime by defending the armbar.
And he made it all the way to the finals. In the finals, he lost to a gi and no gi champ from France.
Some of the best wrestlers in the world. He's an Olympian himself. He's a UFC fighter, so Gavin had a tough match with him in the finals. He was actually from Dagestan. Gavin made sure to tell me that after the match. He's like, look, this guy wasn't from France, he's from Dagestan. But silver medal for Gavin this year, tons of improvements.
At 25, this young wild man has got a heart of gold. We would not be surprised to see him come back next year and dominate. Tara White, 90 kilos. She trains out of Checkmat in California. She goes to Lucas Lepri's gym, Checkmat in Buena Park, and Checkmat in La Hargrove.
She's made it three-time team member. She competed in Serbia, Spain, and Poland now. In Serbia, incredible. Her first time competing, she gets double gold. That means she got gold in gi and gold in no gi, which is like really hard to do. I think she's our first American to do that.
She beat a judo Olympian from France who is the favorite getting gold every year prior.
In Poland,
she fought hard and got gold in no gi. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to get into the gi. However, as a 3-time returning medalist, we couldn't be more proud to have her on Team USA. Mario Gonzalez, heavyweight, training out of Barracks in Chicago. He's a D1 wrestler and a Big Ten champ. Probably could have gotten a national champion if he didn't get injured in college.
This year at the trials, he had an amazing run. Had to fight our defending champion, John Hansen, in the finals. John's a 2-time gold medalist at Serbia and Spain. The guy is no joke, does the 80cc, so you know this was going to be a great match. Mario ended up winning the match. He used his wrestling and his scramble ability. This rule set really helps wrestlers, and was able to get the win against absolute stud in John Hansen. Then Mario comes to Poland. Mario's first match was against John Hansen.
This is an unfortunate turn of events because if they were on the opposite side of the bracket, we could have seen them in the finals.
But they had to fight first round, and it was a shame because that's a finals match, and Mario won that match.
Here in the semifinals, Mario faces a giant from Greece. These big boys rely on push-outs to get those extra points.
Mario just had to figure out a way to take him down, used angles, and boom, finally got the takedown and won that match. And in the finals, Mario had to fight this giant dude from Poland who had been 7 foot tall. Mario took advantage and just dominated.
We couldn't be more proud of this wrestler and his mentality and what he brings to Team USA. Guiseppe Lumanna, 84 kilograms, training out of Chicago at the Barracks.
Trials this year, he had a great run. Beat some super tough guys. Made it all the way to the finals, and he had to fight Kevin Crane, where she was doing good there. Almost got a takedown on Kevin. Had a great slide by, and just, you know, Kevin's got this weird style.
Guiseppe got his back, but ended up losing by points. In Poland, Guiseppe had a crazy first match.
And in his second match, just what a war he had against this guy. In my opinion, could have won the match. Just held on to an ankle lock a bit too long. And in this event, these guys don't tap, right? And so if you're going to hold that ankle lock, you better understand that if this guy doesn't tap, we've got to use that ankle lock to score. It's just hard when you're in that moment. You get tunnel vision and you're like, I could finish this on most people. And he had it. I'm telling you, the guy's, I'm sitting there staring at the guy's foot. It's folded in half. He's got the toes completely and perfectly in the armpit. And he's just bending the foot in half. And the guy just refused to tap and then used it to stay on top. And in the transition, when he let go, used it to score. And Guiseppe ended up losing that match. Had a nice fat swollen eye. This next year, he's going to come back super hard because he's got the wrestling, he's got the guard, he's got the exact tools to medal and win this event. Paul Ardila, 92 kilograms, trains out of American Top Team Atlanta. He's so well-rounded. His wrestling's amazing, his passing's amazing, his guard's amazing. So he could take the match anywhere he wants to and find a way to win. Paul is just a super humble guy. He's also a lawyer. His brother is too, Sergio. They're both lawyers and black belts. I don't know how you get much more alpha than that. Paul's also been on the team for the last 3 years, so he's been to Serbia, Spain, and now Poland with us. He got second in Serbia, second in Spain. I mean, these matches were razor close, these finals matches. Serbia had to fight the Russian. This year, he just made one stupid mistake and ended up getting out of the finals and having to fight for third. After he lost that match, he's just like, I don't care anymore. I'm not going to go for one more point. I'm just going to try and submit everybody. And then he ended up doing that. He's pretty much submitted everybody to bronze, which is, you know, amazing. But I know for him, he didn't want third. He wanted gold this year. Just pulled guard and submitted everybody.
Sergio Ardila, 77 kilos. He trains out of American Top Team Atlanta. Older brother, Paul Ardila. This year at trials, he had to face a USAG vet in Forrest Frazier. Head-to-head against Forrest, it was a tough match. Here in the finals, Sergio had to face USA team member vet Brady Wicklund. These two bulls had a war. Sergio got an early takedown on Brady. Brady was able to scramble, get a takedown of his own, and then the match finished. Sergio gets on the Team USA in second position. As fate would have it, Sergio and Brady had to have another rematch, this time in UWW. In this first round against his teammate, he started off with a strong takedown. Then Brady came back and snatched the win from Sergio.
Just one little tiny mistake and the match got turned to against his favor. He got a chance to repechage, did real well there, and just had a really good showing in Poland. Showed really good wrestling, really good guard. It's just a strategy. You could watch this tournament a lot, and then out there until you feel the pressure of those random stalling calls that you really are like, what the heck? Once he cleans that up, he'll come back next year and bring home medals for us every time he competes.
Better be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.